What is going on, chat, man? What is good? What is good? Yes, sir. Chat, what is going on, man? What is good? What is good? Hope everybody's having a great day, man. Y'all already know what time it is. The long and awaited podcast. You know what I'm saying? All right, chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in. You know, the Legend and Progress podcast episode 1 is underway. Got my boy Turtle here with me, chat. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Party time, G. Are you ready? Are we ready, G?
Gee, I've been ready, boy. I've been ready for this one.
Boy, I'm already sweating. Yo, Sean, what is going on?
Big sweat, G?
I've been sweating from the jump. Not really. I might have to turn on the fan though, for real. All right, chat. So how this is gonna go is we'll start off with the topics that you guys submitted on the forums, and then we'll get into some conversation. Also, man, if you guys have anything that you want to ask in the chat, please feel free to do so. We'll make sure that it gets pinned to the top so I don't forget. So the first topic that we're going to discuss is conspiracy theories. Now, for anybody that knows me knows that your boy's a conspiracy theorist. Wholeheartedly. But I'm going to ask Turtle what his take is on conspiracy theories first. G?
My whole thing, so conspiracy theories as a whole, not that there might not be some validity, but I feel like it's just someone else's truth. It may be obscure, it may be like in left field, but I think it's somebody's version. It's like a version of a lie or a version of a story, however you want to look at it. But I feel like if you're willing to believe one conspiracy theory, what's to stop you from just being like, all these are a certain way? Like, all conspiracy theories have some validity to them. Would you say that? You being the conspiracy theorist expert, right? So, do all conspiracy theories have some sort of validity to them? That would be my question.
So I think for me, I feel like there's got to be some sort of truth behind something like that, to an extent. Now, do I genuinely believe every conspiracy theory that I hear? No. For me, I'll honestly go and do I'll turn down some things, and then I'll have to go double check on my own. I'll genuinely have to go double check on my own.
Okay, so wholehearted, like your heart of hearts, you believe this, that some may believe is a conspiracy theory. What would you say that is?
Conspiracy theories that I believe.
Well, no, it wouldn't necessarily be a conspiracy theory to you. It would be the truth to you.
Right.
But to someone else may be considered a conspiracy theory.
Okay, so fresh off of one that just happened. Okay.
Oh Lord.
One that just happened.
Okay.
Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Like, gotta keep it a buck right here.
Okay.
A lot of people are thinking that, it was just a matter of somebody just being upset that he never factually said anything incorrect, and that he was just off for just people are angry. When in reality, not only have I looked into some things myself, but it is very, very close to being proven across, and not just conspiracy theory, that the government was indeed behind it, and his own people did betray him. 100%. 100%. That is the newest of the newest right there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so like to go along with that, so like JFK, how you feel about like what my point is you get into these things. So to you, what led you to like start being like, hold on, something's fishy here, or hey, the truth isn't necessarily what you feel like you're being told.
Um, so the first thing that really had me believe, or to start going down the rabbit hole, I'm the king of that. I'll go down a rabbit hole for as long as I can. But the first thing for me was what they teach you in school. Even me in middle school, just kind of thinking, oh man, something don't add up here. And I think me being me as a kid, looking at the word history, I mean, yes, history is history, but it is also his story. Um, I'm very strong on they're only gonna put things in history books and teach you in social studies or whatever the case may be. They're going to teach you those things. They want you to believe those things. They don't want you to have your own thoughts or your own opinions.
Well, now, okay, now we're trickling into another direction.
Okay, okay,
You start
okay.
talking about history, and I say that because your history or
Hmm.
the history that was taught, that's a broad statement because American history differs from, let's say, the Europe's version of American history, right? Just like our version of someone else's history.
Hmm.
But when you start looking at that, that's just like you can look back at slave trading, you can look back at women's rights movement, the civil rights movement. A different version of history is there for sure. It's what can or what is socially acceptable or was deemed socially acceptable at the time to be taught, right?
Hmm.
Because what you've been told about a lot of things sure may have happened, but that's a PG version of what happened. That makes sense.
Yeah, but now, is it the truth? That's going to be the thing. Is it the truth? Okay, so for instance here, right? When it comes down to let's just trickle it down at this point to just strictly American history, right?
Okay.
Looking at it from an African American standpoint, not even talking about slavery, because
Okay.
I believe that that's a whole nother thing that people do
Right.
get kind of bottled up in, and I have my own differences on that as well. But for instance, let's say for American history, um, you know, like the government breaking down the African American home. Now, in social studies, they'll strictly just say things along the lines of, they provided government assistance to, uh, these families, and that's just kind of what they leave it at, right? But in reality, it's been proven outside of school, outside of the history we're taught, that the whole goal is to get the dad out of the home to where people, and now this isn't just African Americans, this is everybody, to get the father out of the home to have kids and to not necessarily promote broken families or broken homes, but that's what it leads you to believe. That's just a minor, granted it is a
Well,
big deal, but yeah.
I think that's more of a government seeking control of its people as a whole, right? I don't necessarily think that that's a. I think there's more of a ploy to have more more of a grasp on its people, and to you have to rely on us, so you owe us this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but as far as what you're saying is with the facts and different things like that, I feel like I look at it like this: you want a half truth or a whole lie, because that's what I've been getting the majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yep.
you'll tell me a little bit, but you won't tell me the whole story. Well, at that point, I feel like I've been lied to. So
Yep.
yeah, that's gonna lead me astray, or not necessarily astray, but lead me to go elsewhere for my facts.
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's no different. Like when you look at the civil rights movement and different things like that, and that's why I talk about government control and all this and that. I think to a degree there is some truth to that. There can't be. I think it's more not necessarily of a control, but more of a dependency. Man, when you look at the civil rights movement and the stuff that they did as far as wiretapping, um, they were calling mistresses of MLK and different stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
telling them about each other, doing different things like that. When a government, the one who's supposed to be upholding the law to the fullest extent,
Mm-hmm.
is willing to break its own rules and do these things to its own people. I mean, really, what are we looking at? How trustworthy can they be?
Right. Now, question is, G. I want to ask you: do you trust our government today?
To I have to a degree. You have to. Um, you have to trust that. You have to trust a lot of things with them. You just have no choice around it. Now, completely off grid, do your own thing, but to a degree, you have to trust them. Whether you trust them, hey, um, when it comes to the state or whatever, like, hey, I'm paying my bill. Hey, I want my electricity to stay working. I want my water to stay, whatever the case may be, that you have these rights, or that you will be represented if something was to happen. Um, you have to some degree. But now, will I say I fully trust them to give me
It's
the right
facts, Bree.
information about certain things?
Mm-hmm.
No, no, I can't do that. But what good would that do me if I wasn't willing to do my own things, right? To look into my own things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just gonna rely on them to tell me all my news, all my media, all the right stuff. I can't do that.
Right.
I mean, that's not just me. That's not who I am as a person anyway. I like to research my own stuff.
Right.
I mean, because you look at the stuff they put out now, whether it be, like I said, civil rights stuff, whether it be religious stuff, things like that. People want to believe, oh, well, so and so said this about the Bible. You literally got the book is not hard to come by.
Right.
It's an app and it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, look at it. You
Right.
tell me what it says.
Right. Yeah.
Why would
Yeah.
I consistently rely on someone else to do what I need to do? You
Right.
feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think. I think for me, um, as much as I hate to say it, I don't trust much of anything. I trust that. I trust the fact that they're lying. That's 100%. I trust that for sure. Uh, about it's not even lying about the big stuff. It's the small stuff, like the stuff that somebody can easily go find. Like we're just gonna sit out here and just lie. Like we're just gonna lie about it. Like no, like there have been. I think for me, another thing that kind of leads me to like think this way is, during the time where you know it's a very very tough subject, right? But or very tough topic also, because I think that the things with the government, um, and I believe that the things with the government, along with conspiracy theories, I feel like if we could trust our government, uh, and they were upholding 100%, like they, say that they're going to, or like they're supposed to, I feel like there would be no conspiracy theories made, simply because conspiracy theories are made on the what ifs and the potential lies that people think are being told. I mean, for instance, like the school shootings. I've sat with multiple people. Uh, Bree being one. Um, and when you break down different schools or different events that have happened, and you got a lot of the same people that look either there, it's either the same person or they got a doppelganger, 100%. You just can't tell me that this one person or these same three cops are here for this one and then they're across the United States a year later for this one. I just don't believe that that is just something that just happens. Like I just don't believe that.
I think
Yeah,
more along the like the
they don't really exist. Well, they
when it
do.
comes to like
Love them.
government stuff or whatever. I think it's more of like
Mm-hmm. Yep.
the big pharma stuff like that, like cancer research and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You telling me now cure for this quote unquote cure for this global pandemic and with a quickness, and we ain't been able to touch cancer or nothing yet.
Man, G, come on now. Come on, G, talk to him.
We ain't been able to touch cancer yet.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, but look, AIDS was killing everybody till Magic Johnson got it.
Man, come
And,
on,
and,
G.
and
Facts
we,
though. It's facts.
but
It's
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Like
So like, and that's my thing. So like, I think it's the for profit. They say they're doing all these things. It's all for profit, which is crazy to me.
yo, what's good, Allison?
Like how do you know X Y or Z is gonna work without having tested it? Okay, cool. You tested. You telling me? I get it. It could be,
Yeah.
but I just can't get down with the whole like, oh, look, it's for our good, whatever. I think it's all for profit. As far as I think they just suppress cures. I think they're there though to a
Right.
lot of things.
Right. And for me in that regard, I think that like the biggest one, just like you said, when it comes to AIDS. So like, I mean, like we got cures for multiple different things, and for like you said, Matthew, you mean to tell me that 20 years ago nobody was drinking after Magic Johnson, but now they drinking after that? It's kind of crazy. Like it's just insane. Shah said, I understand that a huge portion of conspiracy theories tend to lean government, but are there any conspiracy theories you subscribe that are not related to the government? Hmm. Um.
Shit. Oh,
Ooh,
gee, okay. Gee, you believe the Illuminati's real?
yes, 100%.
It is.
Okay, so now I will say this. So Shy, I don't. This is like a two-parter for me, right? So the Illuminati is its own separate thing outside of the government, but I feel like that's something that still has a tie, right? With anybody with any kind of power. Um, I, so for me, I've just witnessed, not witnessed like I've been there, but I've seen and heard and then did some research behind the scenes that's like, mm, I'm not too sure about that one. Because I mean, okay, so if we're removing the government side of it, look at any major music artist. Okay, for instance, um, anybody who has eventually got their masters to their own music, Prince, Michael Jackson, Tory Lanez, um, they have this big blow up, and then boom, now something happens. Michael Jackson, uh, man, he got his masters to his music, and then what happens? Oh well, hey, this guy's This guy might be messing with little kids. You know, like then you go into this, and now then the man was brown as a child, and now he got a new nose, and he's a different. I mean, it's just so many different things.
With a logo.
Yeah, like I mean, another one.
So you're a big Cat Williams fan?
I am a major Cat Williams fan. I am a major Cat Williams fan, and it's because I don't know people who are always in trouble. I mean, so many people can only say the same thing. Like, it's like you got Cat Williams, you got, I mean, to an extent, you've got what's her name? Jaguar, right? Saying all these multiple people with big followings who are big in these industries saying all these different things, but they all have like we talked about, G. It's the same thing. It's the same common theory or topic about such and such being this way, But another person, look at Tory Lanez. During COVID-19 in 2020, that man took over the internet, still making music at home and doing this and that. And coming out of that, he was about to own his rights to his music. Just like, for instance, people like Russ, who make their own music and do their own thing. He was about to have his masters to everything that, that he's ever made or whatever the case may be. And then boom, now stories are popping up about how he turned down Rock Nation and all these other, conversations behind him and Megan Thee Stallion. They're kicking it, having a good old time, shaking ass on Instagram Live. And then once all that's said, yeah, okay, all right. And then once all this stuff's said and done, then you mean to tell me that Megan Thee Stallion was so upset that Tory Lanez was hanging out with, I believe it was Kylie Jenner, or whoever it was, and she put on the scene, and you're telling me that Tory Lanez shot her in the foot, but he was behind her? How you shoot somebody on top of their foot? Yeah. And now he's in prison, and he's still making music, So, do I believe there's altercation? Absolutely. Do I believe that it's the truth behind the matter? Definitely not. Definitely not. There's multiple things. But yeah, and then Allison said they have cures for everything, but we are worth more by shoving pharmaceuticals down our throat, which makes them rich, makes the rich get richer. Yep. I think that when it comes to flat Earth, aliens, Bigfoot, ghosts, okay.
Okay. This is good.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think.
G.
No.
G, go. G, talk to him.
Anyway, I got more faith that Bigfoot's real than the Earth is flat.
Okay.
But aliens, I think I don't know. But I think you get into aliens, you get into alternate dimensions, universes, and different things like that. But I'm out on flat Earth, 100%. I don't think that's a lot to me. I'm not saying everybody's crazy, and I could be until I'm proven wrong. And just like a flat earther would, until I'm proven wrong, I get it. We can agree to disagree. I think I just can't get down on that one. I hadn't seen enough to be like, you know what? This whole bitch is just flat as a mother. No way. I just ain't seen it. I just can't. I don't know.
I think for me, the flat Earth conversation is one that I'm kind of up in the air on, because you can't tell me that if I drive from one side of the United States, you can't tell me that I'll make it back around in this much time. There's a big part of that I just don't believe. So I could be on the fence on that. I could genuinely be on the fence. I could. I don't subscribe to the flat Earth thing. Yeah. When it comes to what Alice just said, there are too many biblical verses to support the Earth is flat. That is true, and I think that when you break it down, though, I think that then most people may believe more so in science than in now. The one thing that I won't discuss is going to be, I think for me, there's multiple, and even with me and Bree and like our spiritual journey, we've come to see a lot of things. We've been through quite a bit, Bree more than myself, but I think that there are some things that may be taken out of context, and then some things may not be taken out of context enough. But I just don't know.
Things are often read literally, so you can't prove in a biblical debate. You can't say, well, this is meant literally, and then go 3 books down and go, hey, this is not meant literally.
Yeah.
And so your argument becomes invalid at that point. Yes, it all has to do with context.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's hard not to.
Yeah, I think that those that the certain questions can only be answered by the man himself. That's just I mean, hey, and maybe maybe he is shows mercy and we have a conversation, or not necessarily a conversation, but hey, this is really what I meant here. So yeah, but I mean, now there are scriptures that would suggest that the earth is flat, and then there are other scriptures that people could take in a different way. I think it's definitely that's definitely a gray area for a lot of things. So I don't know about the flat earth thing for me. I just don't know if there's enough. I don't know if there is. I don't know. I genuinely don't know about flat earth or round earth. I genuinely don't know. That is something that I think that's one conspiracy theory that I haven't taken into consideration. Or even really did research it. Genuinely.
So what about aliens?
Okay. When it comes to aliens,
I'm talking about other illegal variety, though.
Right. Man, it's tough. Again, and okay, so do I believe in aliens themselves? No. Because that's a side of it, conspiracy theory wise, and I believe that it is more along the lines of the government.
I think there is I think there's way more room for belief in this.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, you look at within the universe, there's hundreds of billions of galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
Each galaxy has billions of stars, have planets, and statistically, I feel like there's more room for belief there.
Right.
But do we know I don't know. There's just no concrete proof.
Yeah.
And even if there was, maybe we just ain't seen it yet. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That can go back, like you said, to the government thing. Maybe we just ain't seen that.
Yeah. And do me and what I've looked into about it, do I believe that the aliens are a thing? No, but I would be 100% open to being proved wrong and to do, research or look at anything anybody wants to send. I don't know what I think about aliens. Don't believe in ghosts, believe in demons. Yeah, so when it comes to aliens, I feel like that may be one that I feel like that may be kind of an area where I may be more so on the side of no, I don't believe in. But at the same time, I would 100% be open to like doing research on that for sure. Just to see, or somebody proving me wrong. I would this may be a topic where I need somebody to prove me wrong, and I would be okay with it, along with doing my own research for sure. When it comes to Bigfoot, hell no.
Oh. Gee.
I don't
Man
want.
out
I'm right here, dog. Allison, that's crazy. I just don't think so, G. Bigfoot, a big, tall. Yeah, I mean now. Hold on. Now, look at gorillas. So you mean to tell me something is double the size of a gorilla? That wouldn't surprise me though. That wouldn't surprise me.
But you look back on ancient texts of any kind. There's always like giants of some sort. Do I think there's one, like just one, out here just Jay chilling in the woods somewhere, and he going from Canada to Gatlinburg to motherfucking national parks across this bitch? No,
Right.
I don't think that's a thing.
Allison, that's a crazy statement.
I think there is.
I got some double sense.
I don't know. It's fun. I think it's fun to follow the lore of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
now, am I gonna spend 3 hours going to track one of these hoes? You got me twisted, G.
I think if anybody could do it, G, I think it's you.
You got me banned. G, I'd rather drive to the quote unquote edge of the earth, G, and see what's out there.
G, I feel like we could. I feel like we're gonna have to do this. I feel like we're gonna have to go find Bigfoot.
G.
Bree, tell Tatum that I'm using the lizard to fidget with
Ain't no way.
while we're
I can't
playing
subscribe to that.
or while we're doing the podcast.
It would be fun. Like I said, I like the videos and shit. People be tripping. They think they're like, oh, look at this. Ain't she a beaut?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn straight. Well, I'll fund somebody to go fund me. I get rich. I want somebody to find this motherfucker for times.
Gee.
That shit would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I need somebody to find. I need somebody to find this 19 foot tall, size 227 foot, hairy wildebeest. But see, this is the thing though. We ain't heard nothing about Bigfoot. I feel like if Bigfoot,
He laying low, G.
that's what I'm saying. That man ain't hiding.
What's I'm saying? He might be traveling.
He would never get me in the middle of the night. He was hunting that thing. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know about Bigfoot, man. There's just, you can't tell me that something that big is walking the earth now. What about skinwalkers? Now we're talking my language. Skinwalkers are they're 100% factual. Skinwalkers are 100% factual. Look, I am a professional. I'm a professional horror games player alone. So I mean, look, skinwalkers are definitely a thing. I genuinely believe that. I believe that there are people walking the earth as creatures, and I believe that there are creatures walking the earth as people.
You out here talking about animorphs?
G. Skinwalkers, G.
You
Yes.
talking about animorphs?
G. Look at that, G. Look at that creature that when everything happened when they first talked about I don't remember his name, but me and Bree were talking about him the other day. Me and Bree were talking about him the other day because we were referencing the wife of Charlie Kirk. Kenneth Copeland. I don't see how you can believe in one mythical creature and not the other. I was want to be real, not this right here is not.
That's
real.
what I'm talking about.
Okay, so I haven't seen. Okay, so I'll break it down. I guess for me, kind of what I think about it. Right. I think for myself, there hasn't been enough for sure things about Bigfoot rather than like a skinwalker, right? Or rather it's like a demon in disguise. I feel like there's less to study when it comes to a skinwalker or something of that nature. That's kind of more easy for us to be able to be like, okay, like that might be suspect. Now, I'm not saying that, hey, I'm not against somebody giving me something to change my mind for sure, but or to guide me in the direction of like, hey, okay, this is what we know about Bigfoot, right? I think my judgment is based off of there being a lack of information.
I think it just boils down to your beliefs. Do you think people sell their souls to the devil for X, Y, Z, to the devil?
Yeah.
Versus whatever to get what they. If that's your belief, or some demon or whatever to get what they want in life, okay, I can see that. I think that's very valid.
Yeah.
Do I think people do that? Yeah, I think people are willing. Whatever, yes, but I think if you want to call them skinwalkers, I think it's another name for someone as by the devil.
Right.
Yes, I can get down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. But as far as I don't know, like when you say skinwalker, I think like American things like that, dark magic. I think witchcraft type stuff, which I don't subscribe to.
You don't subscribe to witchcraft, G?
Well, if you're talking about, hey, I'm gonna make a potion, no, I don't think that's real.
Okay, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? But now when you talk about witchcraft, I'm talking about like a cursed or something like that.
So,
I think people can feel a certain kind of way, but
okay, Shaw said, but are we thinking skinwalkers are the same thing? A skinwalker is a malevolent entity that lives in the woods and can transform into an animal or maybe make themselves sound like they're not to lure people in. Skinwalkers are Native American.
yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Native American.
Yeah, so I feel like I think we might be thinking of the same thing here, because for me, as of now, I only know one. Well, no, I can't say I only know one type, because skinwalkers also have been classified as like a demon that shifts into whatever, but I think it's all from the Native American.
So do you like deem someone who like contributes, or you just think someone necessarily possessed by like evil?
Yes.
some evil person. Like
I,
that's what you associate that with.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
not necessarily. Not only, but you think also they can potentially transform into something, or do you think it's just someone basically possessed?
Um. So I haven't seen enough on like a complete like switch from like a human to a dog.
Right.
I think for me it's been more like I think it's been more of like a human more so with like the demonic, I guess you could say, features like what Breeze just said. Demonic into like
Okay.
a shapeshifter native, the first to discover them and name them. Yeah. Um,
I think people like pure. I think there are evil people out there people who become evil. I don't think everyone starts that way, but I think there are people that are evil
yeah.
or demonic, whatever you. Because I mean, clearly there's people who worship uh, demonic things and
Hmm.
stuff like that's their belief. But
Right.
as far as like anything other than shape shifting, I that's something I would just have to see to believe. Not that it can't happen. I would
Right.
just had to believe. But I do believe the demonic or whatever. And that Kenneth Copeland do y'all talking about Buddy is it's something behind them eyes, but
But same thing with Erica Curtin, something behind them eyes too. It's
it's something
yeah.
going on there.
It's yeah something I can definitely get behind this. Yeah. Like and yeah, there's something is it's just like Shy said. That mother right there is not real. You
Mm-mm-mm.
know? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, now, and I mean, just like Bruce just said, I mean, the devil took the form of a serpent in the Garden of Eden.
You also talking about a fallen angel.
Right. Okay. They're not skinwalkers.
So
Uh,
you
okay, Shy. I do. Okay. I
see,
can
yeah,
get
that's what I'm
down.
saying.
Okay.
Demons,
Yes. Yes.
yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. The shape shifting is one thing.
Yes.
Talking
Yes.
about evil
Okay.
people, demons, even I give you that. Do I think there's people here to do the devil's dirty work? 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
It's a
I can
it's
get
a
behind
real
that, Shy.
it's a real war out
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
spiritual war for people like
Yeah.
100%. But and you may call that shape shifting, being in,
Yeah.
I think that shape shifting would be crazy.
I think. Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. Spiritual warfare is scary as kind. Yeah. Yeah.
See,
And yeah. And I
me
think
and
I.
Shay on the same page, baby.
But what? You about to get banned? It's about to ban you. Oh, shame, boy. But it's shy, boy.
Look, I ain't got my glasses on.
No, but like I think that maybe for me, maybe I am caught up in calling them skinwalkers. Maybe that's not what they're called. Uh, I don't know. It's a. I think the spiritual warfare thing is definitely a big. I think it's a big thing. But again, let me put this out there. It all ties to me back to the government. The goal is to keep everybody separated. Because once we all think as one, then we all become one, then it'll be hard to, to rule out or to have America or, humans do this or that. If we all come together, I feel like everything is also just a way to keep everybody separated. Separated, fighting each other, depending on them. Yep. Now, G, Ghost. Do you believe in ghosts? We're gonna go ahead and round out what Shy asked. The last one she had was Ghost. Do you believe in ghosts, G?
No, I can't because to me you can't subscribe to I couldn't subscribe to only like evil ghosts or whatever. So to think that someone's loved one or did this or that is just over here Jay Chill or versus only some ghost who wants to kill you. How's that a thing? I can't subscribe to that.
I think that I'm not gonna say that a ghost is there to kill you, right? Or to offer or anything like that. I feel like the thing behind the ghost is more so to just haunt you for as long as they possibly can. I feel like that is a door.
So, but that okay. So to your belief though, so there's more than just have believe in a third.
No. So the reason why I say that is because I've never heard of a good ghost.
I ain't never heard of someone break out of hell either.
Gee.
But you, I mean, you see what I'm
Right?
saying?
Yeah.
And,
No, yeah.
I mean, and that's what
Now,
there being a third option. That's what you third option.
I wouldn't say third option. I would say that I think I don't believe our spirit or soul gets trapped here. Yeah, no. I think, man, I think that I feel like this is kind of like a two-sided thing, right? Because I feel like something's only a ghost when you're being haunted by it, but something is like an angel watching over you when you're blessed or when you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's definitely two sides to that. I think everyone's soul was to hate either hold them as Judgment Day. Yeah. 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 I mean, it's definitely interesting. You don't think ghosts are a thing?
I think ghosts are there, or the I think ghosts are a thing, genuinely to like make money. Because you look at haunted places or people that say places are haunted, this, that, or the third, ghost hunting shows, da da da, whatever. It's all of them. To me, it's a niche little money grab. I feel like people love looking at stuff they can't explain, whatever. And that's what I think it is. I think it's more.
We're talking to a professional horror game ghost hunter, G.
I
That's
think it's
me.
just. And look, they got you on how many games?
G.
Hook. Hold on, let me reel this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G. Yeah.
Got him.
G. I think that I think, you know, me being a professional, you know, I think that do I believe I feel like on both sides of this there are two different things that mean the same, right? Whether you're being haunted for the rest of your life or whether you're just receiving. I feel like when it comes to bad, hey, this is a ghost. Hey, when something good's happening, it's this. I feel like people have their own name or their own thought behind something that could mean the same. Now, do I believe that somebody has ever died to a ghost? Absolutely not. However, I have seen videos. People be getting their cheeks clapped by ghosts. So I don't even want to.
What?
Yeah. Thing.
Gee,
Counties.
that was a movie.
G. People out here delivering ghost weed. It's
that's
insane.
not a thing.
It's insane
That's
work.
not a thing.
I'm telling you.
That's not a thing.
I'm telling you. People out here getting ghost weed. I'm not. But I have, you know, I have seen, and people have talked about getting. They don't know. Hey, I don't know how I got my cheeks clapped, but I did. That's what they say.
That's a liar. That's all that is. That's a liar.
See, I'm just telling you
That's a liar.
I'm just telling you. We can't be mad at me. The judgment is not to put on me. I'm just telling y'all what.
Yeah, she slipped and fell on it. Okay, that's cool.
You know, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Stop the cap.
But, you know, hey, the ghost thing, I feel like it's a two-sided thing. Again, I feel like even when it comes to like the whole conspiracy theory or whatever, I feel like everything is just to keep us separated, to never have people think on the same thing, because free will is a thing. But I also feel like that the goal is to keep us separated as long as possible. Genuinely. It's just it's my thought. You know, but I do think that my conspiracy theories are more based along the lines of government, because they put things in your face as subliminal messages, and then boom, 5 years later, oh well, remember 5 years ago when we put all these people wearing masks in this movie, and boom, now when it comes to COVID-19, everybody okay with wearing masks just because they don't want to get sick, but it doesn't even stop you from getting COVID. Like it's just those kind of things, you know. So yeah. What was the next one? Oh, NG, we do have a third topic now as well. So is this expectations and communication within relationships, or is this expectations and communication in general? That's what, I don't know who did the question, but I'm assuming that that's expectations and communication within relationships. I don't know how you're taking that, G.
You said
It's just the topic is expectations and communications.
man, communication, relationships.
Yeah.
So is it with so setting expectations? So I mean, I can, from my own personal dealings with this. So I think it's all like it's what you make of it. So like I was with the same person for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like started when we was children, all the way through adulthood, and the expectation or kind of hey, this is how things were. 15, I wouldn't have liked them to have been the same at 28, let's say.
Right.
And so now my current relationship, being able to deal, no deal kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
set those up early. And if it's not for you, that's not for you. I got no issue. And look, doesn't mean I don't like you, don't feel a certain kind of way, whatever. It's just we can't meet there. That's fine with me. I'm cool with that. Because I know now where I'm willing to bend versus, just accept like less than. And so the communication part, that sets up your standard.
Right.
The expectations, I would say. But I feel like I think they can get muddy as right. So if every time Bree gets sick, right, you're like, oh, here goes, I'm gonna make soup for you today or whatever, right? I'm gonna take care of you, da da da. First time she's sick and you don't do that, now you an asshole
Mm-hmm.
because now she expects that you didn't set that up, but that's what you've done,
Right.
right? So now you the asshole.
Right. You gotta make it clear from the jump.
That's what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And that's what I say. So, they all fall short from time to time. The expectations, you set them out, and that's something to do. But as far as expectations go, I think you set those up early. And look, this is what I'm willing to accept, and you go from there. And you make. Don't get mad if somebody don't. That's what I say.
Right. So I think for myself, obviously setting expectations up from the beginning in the relationship that I'm in has definitely been, obviously a game changer, right? I think for myself, the expectations, I feel like for me, my expectations are the normal expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, be with me, be my best friend, be my therapist, be this, all the things that what I guess you could say traditional wife should be, right? Or significant other, whatever the case may be, whether it's a girlfriend or wife. I have been on the side of not setting expectations clear, and you know, being ripped apart. Granted, not in the relationship that I'm in, not with me and Bree, but with past relationships, right? Where things weren't set up necessarily in the beginning, and then you like, man, this dude is so sweet. Oh my God, I love him. And then when I start moving differently, based off what you think and how things are supposed to go, now it's like, oh man, hold on, buddy, kind of a douchebag a little bit. But then that's really not the case.
And you gotta grow with each other.
Right.
With the same stuff, year one shit that mattered to you or mattered to Bree, because I say I'm used you too, but me even. Year 5, year 10, that shit don't matter. Be for real about what's actually. That's the thing.
Right.
Like, be for real at what's actually.
Yeah. I think if you look at year 1 versus what feels like year 22 for me and Bree, it's a completely different ball game. Same expectations, but there has been a lot of growth with it. And then let's touch on the communication piece. G, as you know, I was not the best communicator. I didn't know how to communicate at all. Honestly, 100% for everybody listening, communication was a whole lot of trash. Communication on my part was trash. Because for me, it's like, man, why do I have to communicate this, and this when I feel like I shouldn't have to do that? But that's not how it's looked at. That's not how, things need to be. Like, and even still today, learning, how to communicate, especially now, because now with Bree being a very literal person, I have learned to be very literal. For instance, filling out a job application the other day, I was just like, well, so like you're asking me if I'm unemployed and if I've received, you're not just asking me if I'm unemployed, so that's kind of been like a thing. I'm like, would I really be lying if I said no? So I have definitely developed the communications piece on being literal. But my communication over the last 62 years with Bree has definitely gotten a lot better. But I think, I say you definitely set your expectations from the jump. I didn't have any expectations. I didn't set anything, but with Bree set her expectations with me, but I didn't set really anything with her. And then, then to see expectations live in action, I was just like, oh, wait a minute. Like, I had to adjust, but to Allison's point, she says miscommunication has ended way too many relationships. Talk about them hard topics with your significant other. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I mean, way better at it now than I'm. And I still wasn't. But I think that have a difficult conversation with your friend. Start there. If you can't do that, or what you worried about a relationship for?
Right, man. Look, I'll just say it like this again. Like, I don't even think my issue. Like, okay, so for instance, like I didn't even have a miscommunication piece. Like, that wasn't a thing. For me, like, there was no miscommunication. I just wasn't communicating. I think that's got to be a thing. Like, there was no real miscommunication. It was just me not communicating due to past relationships. Um, and being stone cold, stone, and I had a cold heart. I didn't, I didn't care, but this is what I wanted. I wanted X, Y, and Z, but at the beginning, I wasn't willing to put in the work to have X, Y, and Z. So, what Bree say, you also have to go into a relationship with the realization that you both are going to change. You will fall in love with who you fall in love with is not going to be the same person you're in love with 10 years down the road. You will both change with illness, life, help. You have to realize that sometimes expectations have to change with those. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
My knees don't work like they used to, but I can't drop it like I used to. You feel me?
G.
You can't expect me to do that 6 nights a week. Damn. Them whole pop when I get down. You know what I'm saying? It be like that.
No, G.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
G. G. If I had to drop my yams today, I still drop them like it was 8 years ago. G. It ain't.
Yeah, but when we gotta call the AAA to get your shit up, I don't want to hear that.
G, that's not gonna be a thing, G.
100%. They would have to take outside of the crib.
No, that's not. That's
100%.
No.
You tried to put your yams on that inflatable.
G. I'm still perfectly able to do everything that I was able to do 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm still able to do it now. At the same, G.
No, stop it.
G. I'm still in my G. Put me on a trampoline. I'll still do a clean backflip. It's without question. I got
video evidence that you didn't do one out that album.
G. I can do a regular backflip. G. What are you talking about? I can do
flat bellied on that whole.
That's and then hurt for 3 days afterwards. It depends. Ribs might hurt because I might hit the water. Now, we're not saying that I have to land the backflip. We're just saying I gotta be able to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I could do a front flip out a second-story window too.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you're asking me to do a backflip standing straight up, I've never been able to do that anyway. But I've always been able to properly flip off of something into water or a diving board. I've always been able to do that. That's never not been a thing. You put me on a trampoline, I'll still do a backflip. It can still happen. Like, I can still sling drinks just as fast as I was doing it a year and some change ago. My body don't age like that. It doesn't age like that. I'm like, G, I'm literal fine wine, G. Come on now. Oh, well, now.
He looked the same back in the 80s.
Okay. Now we do have really realistically basically one that goes off of expectations and communications. It is the foundation of a healthy relationship. G, what do you think the foundations of a healthy relationship are?
Oh man, I mean, trust and communication. And after that, nothing else matters. You can't trust someone, then it's not ever gonna work. You can't wholeheartedly. That's
Your mic's cut in and out a little bit.
That's what love is.
Mm-hmm.
It's trusting someone. Like someone has. Okay, it's like a nuke. They got a nuke on your whole life. They can ruin everything about you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be your self-esteem, your personal life, your family, whatever it may be. Push the button.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Because if you can't trust them with everything in you, it's not gonna work. Not at all. There's too many what ifs and this, that, too much stuff, other stuff follows. You just gotta have trust.
Yeah, I think that I think that you're right. Those are the biggest two. Um, you know, when you look at it, like what people look for in a relationship, you know, I know a lot of people are different. Uh, some people look at features, right? First and foremost. Uh, some people look at, you know, the person. Me, I look at the person genuinely. Um, you know, I can't help that Bree just got a dumpy. I can't help that. It just comes with a great personality and a sassy attitude, you know, love that. Um, but, you know, I know that I think it's important when looking into and looking for a relationship, you think you have to be clear on like what the end goal would be for you. You know what I'm saying? I think this is what ruins relationships today. The short-term dating. I feel like that kills it. Like, oh well, I just need a little something through the summer. Or hey, it's about to get cold, so let me hit up, you know, my side piece that I was with, you know, 5 months ago. Um, you know, I think that being in certain relationships nowadays is going to do more, you know, more bad than it will good. I think it's very, very important to set the clear boundaries, just like you said, G, off of, you know, can you trust this person? Trust and expectations of being clear.
It's the trust. I trust you're gonna be here if something bad.
Right.
I trust you're gonna be here in the good time. I trust you're gonna be here in the bad. I trust you're gonna be whatever, do whatever, and that's it. I trust you're gonna be what I need you to and that's it. I mean, to me, it can't get any more simpler than that when it comes to finding a significant other. And if you can't trust someone or don't think that someone's gonna do any of those things, all of them, wasting your time anyway.
Right. Yeah. It is what Shot said. She said, so I'm not sure if it was specified, but I think it's important to specify what kind of relationships you're talking about. Our lives are full of all kinds of different relationships with different kinds of dynamics, right? Yeah. So I mean, I think realistically for me, and you know, not to sound sus, but I think all of my expectations of what I expect out of every relationship kind of are to an extent across the board, unless you're talking about like a business or work. I feel like, you know, for, you know, me to marry you, you know, like with me and Bree, like for me to marry you, you know, I gotta be able to trust you that you're gonna be here through thick and thin, you know. And then like honestly, even as my best friend, like Turtle, like being here no matter what. And but also you got to be willing to accept that person's love even if it's tough. You got to be able to accept somebody's love even if it's tough. Even if it's tough. You have to. Absolutely got to. Love isn't just to all, and then, you know, it's not just that. It's everything that comes with it. You know, not going to sleep till 1 o'clock because you've been arguing since 10 and you don't want to go to bed mad. Not speaking from experience or anything like that, but you know, you gotta have those conversations. I think that's genuinely what it boils down to. I mean, honestly, for me, G, and I'll be honest with you. I think, you know, for me, what's helped mine and Bree's relationship is also the simple fact that even when we argue, there are few and far between times where we've went to bed mad at each other or without, talking about it. Since me and Bria have been dating, and once we got married, that was my biggest thing. I don't want to go to bed still arguing about whatever, you know. I think it's been a big thing since a couple years ago is to always make sure that, everything is good and make sure everything's fine, because you don't know what this life has in store for you. You gotta be able to have those conversations no matter if it's tough. And that's why I have learned to and become a person who can have conversations even when they're uncomfortable. Big shout out Turtle. I had to learn and be taught even as a grown ass man that you gotta be able to have conversations even if they are uncomfortable. If you can't have them conversations, hey, a lot of things in life might not be for you. So you could agree. I think a great base to all relationships is trust. Yeah. I just think for me, I feel like for me, it's gotta be, I feel like it's the same. I think I build every relationship the same to an extent. When it comes to, somebody who potentially be my best friend, somebody I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, or, if I haven't met somebody in my family before, right? And then come to find out that they're like a part of the family, I feel like I feel like as family, I would like to think that I can trust you. Unfortunately for myself, though, there are a lot of people who I do trust, right? But I trust that they're gonna do some dumb shit for sure. I think that's my biggest thing with a lot of people. I trust that some people might do some dumb shit for sure. That's just me. Outside of family, the few real friends that I have, and that's it. But yeah. Yeah. So healthy relationships, man, it's again, just like what Turtle said, it's first and foremost is trust, and then after trust, man, I feel like everything else, I feel like everything branches off of trust. Are you gonna be here through thick and thin? Just like you said, Turtle, are you gonna be here in the long run? I would hope and love to trust that you would be. But if you're not, then hey, maybe we're at two different points in life. Okay. Is there something else you got?
Just when it comes to relationships and
Mhm.
seeking out and being able to have those conversations brought up also. Learned and over the past few years, done a lot of research and like reading and listening to a bunch of stuff about parenting and different stuff like that. About letting your kids uh, by letting them speak their mind, not necessarily be out of pocket, but letting them voice their concerns and different things like that. Because when we were kids, a lot of the time it was, hey, yeah, you just got to deal with it, as
Right.
opposed to being like, hey, this still how it is, but how do you feel? Let me talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think so. I think that's it's a huge thing for people to instill in their kids as far as having those conversations, be open about how they feel about something. Not necessarily that we have to do anything about it,
Right.
as opposed to just at least hear them out.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can hear you, I can disagree, I can think what I'm doing is right, and your reason is wrong, but I still want to hear you out, and I'm cool with that. I mean, how many times were you asked what your opinion was of a major change when you was little? How many times they asked you, "Hey, what you think we should do?"
There's never a time
You see what I'm saying?
that my mom was like, Jonathan, this is what we're gonna be doing, you know.
How you feel about it?
How do you feel about it? Yeah, that's never been a thing. Now,
Right.
now, my mom was also real. And when I told her something, even being young, like, you know, like that, like prime example, right? When we moved from when I was in Tennessee schools, no shade, right? No shade. It just wasn't for me. Although I did play ball in school, I was very big on academics. Mom took my advice and we moved me to Georgia schools when we moved to Georgia. And thank God that I did, you know, because I met some great people. So, but I think it is important once your kids get to a certain age, because I feel like our job as parents should be to set them up for the best of the best, right? I feel like that's you know, we have to at least put them in a position to make a good educated, you know, decision. So I think everything was going to be probably done off of like the age, or if you feel like they can handle it. You know, yeah, I mean, again, I just think it's just got to be like, you got to be at like an age where like, okay, like I feel like you might be able to make this decision now. Now, at the same time, though, along with that, though, I don't see anything wrong with being 100% real with your kid or your child about something. You know, for me, my mom never kept anything from me, never told me anything otherwise. She always told me the truth. And you know, for me with my daughter, you know, when it comes to me, you know, me and Bree, from the jump, since I came into their life, my whole thing has been transparency and being honest. You know, even if we might have a meltdown here at the beginning, well, let me help you understand why things are this way. You know, I feel like that has been like a great thing for when it comes to Tatum, right? That's been a major thing. I feel like that's helped her. And now half the time she's ready to walk up in situations and ready to air it out. That don't sound right, you know. And she's very vocal about if something don't make sense to her. You know, I'd rather you be like that and ask questions than just to be like, oh well, yeah, okay, well, you said it, then I guess I'm just gonna go along with it. I definitely feel like that definitely comes with age. Well, not even I wouldn't even say age, right? I'd say like a level of maturity. Like, but again, that's still kind of a hard place because of you don't really know what's really a good time for. Gee, this man Hunter said, let's talk about how Lane Kiffin going to LSU was a horrible move.
Who is it a horrible move for?
Yeah.
Other than Ole Miss.
Yeah.
It's not a horrible move for anybody. Other than Ole Miss, it sucks for them.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's great. I think it's great for, you know, the payday's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
There's more expectation there, so it might be.
Yeah.
As far as being a horrible move.
Yeah. I don't think it's a horrible move, especially now when it comes to college being, to an extent, like a money grab as well. You know, to an extent, I feel like you're gonna put more people. You're gonna put more people at LSU. You're gonna put more people wanting to go play for Lane Kiffin. You know, I think the biggest thing that helps Lane Kiffin is he's from that Nick Saban tree as well. You know, I feel like that's going to be the one thing that definitely helps him out. So I definitely don't think it's a bad move at all. I think it's a phenomenal move. Now, is it a bad move financially for the university? Yes, because we're paying 3 coaches right now. We're paying 3 coaches right now. That's horrible. But long term, especially since they're potentially talking about bringing that man, Coach O, back to LSU to be on the coaching staff, that could be a huge move for sure. I think that could definitely be very, very well. Financially speaking, for the university, terrible move. To go after the coach that you want to win with, great move. I don't think. I mean, the only coach, I'm not going to say he's better than, Kirby Smart or anything like that. But if you want somebody that is an elite coach, that's who you definitely need to go after. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad move for sure.
No, when they did the evaluations of like what they're worth, LSU was ranked higher.
Mm-hmm.
The money that they have to spend is more. I mean, Ole Miss is 10.
Yeah, like
they're not. I mean, and I know it sounds crazy. They're not even at $1 billion.
yeah,
Like you got like Auburn at $1 billion, Florida's $1 billion, LSU, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Georgia, Texas to round it out.
Chad, do y'all have any other questions for us as well?
I think it's a good move for everybody involved but Ole Miss, and I think they'll be fine too.
I don't.
I don't think they got better in the whole him leaving.
I feel like him leaving and then Ole Miss playing them in the bowl game, like they're playing Tulane. Like, let's keep it a buck here. They're playing Tulane. They're not playing. They didn't play Ohio State first. They didn't play Oklahoma first. They didn't play Oregon first. Like they played Tulane. And the coach has the nerves to say they don't care who leads them out the tunnel. Big dog, you played Tulane. They're in the American Conference. They're in the American Conference, man. Like, granted, they're in the same state as LSU. If you're trying to get close, yeah. But like, I don't know. It is going to be messy whenever that third game of next year comes. It is going to get very messy. It's going to get very messy. I don't know though. It's definitely weird. I was surprised that he actually took it and went to LSU.
Well, he's still getting paid like he's at Ole Miss. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
He's still getting the money.
I don't know. I definitely think that this does help with recruiting. Because Brian Kelly was absolute hot garbage. Just me being honest.
And it'll serve as a good track record of him.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to know how Notre Dame would do in another conference, Brian Kelly coming to LSU lets you know everything that you need to know. You can't coach a team and play and thrive where you don't have a conference or competitive gameplay, right? And then come to LSU and then you got to play Alabama every year, Ole Miss every year, Georgia every 3 years, play Tennessee every 3 years, play Kentucky every 3 years, and then always open up with Clemson or, Texas or, somebody like that. Like, you play your Notre Dame, you play Georgia maybe once every other year. Outside of that, you're playing Alabama A&M or New Mexico State JUCO. That's what your games are. You might have 2 good games on the schedule, and then the record ends up being for everybody playing that you're playing against is 5 and 222. It's trash. It's trash. No. No. Um. No, man. No. Definitely think that Lane Kiffin. Think that's a great pickup on LSU's part. I will say that I would honestly, I think it's safe to say that we got 3 years to win a title, and he's gonna be gone too, probably. Unfortunately, most colleges are built off of the here and now, not for the long term. Yeah. I'm trying to think, man. I got a couple of different questions, but I don't know how to necessarily word them. All right. So, how do you make it through? How do you make it through hard times? Like, what's your go-to thing to do? When you at a point in your life where everything is going absolutely wrong, what is the one thing that you do?
Oh, not handle it well. That's what I do. I go ahead and tell you straight up. Not handle that shit well. That was pretty easy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I do the exact opposite of probably what. Don't talk about it. Don't tell nobody. Suffer in silence. Go about my day like self-destructive shit. That's what I've done in the past. That's what I did most recently. Everything that you shouldn't do. I will say. You ask me what you should do, that's a totally different. What I have done is not been the right thing at all.
I feel that, from all kind of conversation, I feel that, right? I think for me, how I handle it is I feel like there's got to be, okay, for instance, for the first time in my life being, terminated from a job, right? I feel like there's got to be a 24 to 48 hour period that I have to take during every major event. When something happens, that I have to take that time for myself, whether I lock myself in a room or like I'm to an extent nonverbal for 24 to 48 hours, right? Sometimes a little something, sometimes less, sometimes it's like half a day or whatever, right? I feel like for me, I've got to have that time to step away from everything and just properly process what's going on. I feel like for me, that doing that allows me to not only move past it, but get a game plan together for what's next to come. And then, after that, after I let's just call it after, 24 to 48 hours, now my mindset's kind of on like, okay, this is where I have to go from here. This is what I have to do from here. I have to be able to move and be different. So I feel like for me, it always starts with a 24 to 48 hour breakdown process of breaking down what has happened, what's going on, and how did we truly get here. During this time, I self-reflect and remove myself from the situation and think of myself as just like a random person and be like, okay, what could this person have done differently? And then at that point, now I plan to figure out what comes next. Whether that is I have to figure out, how I'm going to get this back, or where do we go from here? And at this point, for me, that is a realization phase of there's a realization that, you know, what's just happened to you or whatever the case may be, this is what the realization of that's going to be. And I know that a lot of people hate that about me because it's looked at as being negative. But it's not me being negative, it's me being 100% real in the situation. So I always take a couple days to process it. And then after I process it, then I go from there on what needs to be done next to fix it. That's how I handle it.
Yeah, no. You skipped a lot of alcohol and a lot of shit in the middle for me.
Right. I mean,
And that's just the truth. That's what I've done previously. Do I wish I could have been able to handle it differently? Sure. At the time, no.
Yeah.
There wasn't no way.
Anybody trying to hear this, then.
And that's what I'm
You
saying.
know what I'm
Well, that's
saying?
the thing. And one of my biggest points, and it came to fruition. It was one of my biggest fears. Was like, you don't want to tell somebody else your problems because then they won't tell you theirs, and you can't help them.
Right.
And that's one of my biggest fears, and that's why I don't tell nobody. Because then, hey, I can't help you with your shit. And sometimes helping you with your shit keeps me from having to deal with my shit. It keeps my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and that happened. I told he can't do it to me no more, but to me that. But you know, telling your friends, hey, I do this, whatever, da da da. You find out real quick. I would hate to tell someone that and then find out we not really.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because now it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Hey.
right.
Yeah.
And so, but no, typically self-destruct for sure. Addictive behavior comes right back out. Stuff that I had thought I was way past come right back out.
Mm-hmm.
Not sleeping, not taking care of myself like I should. Third, a lot of self-blame, whether it's my fault or not, and different things of that nature. Gotten better with it. I can at least tell people what I'm going through.
Right.
I don't really want to hear what they got to say. I ain't gonna.
Trust me, I know.
I just want to get it out. I don't need.
You're not trying to sit and harp on it for.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Hey,
Really
I tell you, and that's it. I
That's
just
it.
need you to know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not looking for a response right here.
Right. I need you to listen
just
to
trying to get this
understand
out.
and not to respond, G. Tell them, G.
That's exactly it. I just want you to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because then at that point, I mean, you spiral so fast in those instances. Because then you start playing the comparison game. Well, my worst is not as bad as someone else's worst, and this and that, you know what I mean. My rock bottom is not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
How am I even at rock bottom?
Yeah.
You know, you play that kind of game with yourself, and it's no way to be. People say pick you up by your bootstraps, and it is true. At a certain point, if you just want to wallow in it, I will call you out. Being a good friend that I am, I will call you out on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to be better. I want you to, if I can help in any way. And if it's wallowing in it for a minute or two, cool. I got no problem with that. Like you saying, process. I got no big deal. Do your thing, G.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are a month later, and we still wallowing.
Yeah.
You wallow over there, and I'm gonna be over here.
Let me know when you're done. Trust me, we've been
Yeah.
there. We've been there. We have been there 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. Like it's like, hey, it's just getting you get to a point in life where you just gotta man up. And that's just the realization of it. G, here we go, G. You ready, G?
Yeah.
Is it acceptable to eat pizza with a knife and fork?
Let's see. Next.
Follow up. pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Bree, that's crazy, right? That man didn't even waste no time with it. He didn't even waste no time.
It's handheld for a reason. That's ignorant.
That's crazy.
Ignorant. What are you trying to prove eating pizza with a knife and fork? That you better than me?
Yeah, I
Fuck,
don't.
it's
but-
pizza, ho. Come on.
I feel that though, but
Like,
pineapple. First of
pineapple
all,
on pizza, yes. Pineapple on pizza is acceptable. Now, I will say thin crust only. If you getting full crust, no, you got me twisted. No, still no. Still no. Easy on the belong on piece of shit.
it
That's
definitely
wild.
belongs on pizza.
I
Definitely
wouldn't say
belongs.
belong. It is accepted. It don't belong.
It
on
definitely
pizza.
belongs on pizza. G. I hate to
Stop
be
it.
G.
Stop it.
G.
No.
G, give me one pizza that pineapple
Okay.
wouldn't be
okay.
good.
Okay. Then mayonnaise belong on every sandwich. Mayonnaise
Hey.
belong on sandwiches.
I guess no. Actually, no.
No,
No. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not a thing. No.
That's 100% a thing. Yeah. Yeah, mayonnaise belong on sandwiches.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Where Tatum at?
So
She'll, she'll be on my side.
So give me one pizza that you don't think pineapples would be good. Just genuine.
I think that I'm cool with whatever, but it's got to be thin crust. If you going stuffed crust with pineapple, you got problems.
Okay, yeah, because
Thin
every
crust,
because
I'm
every
going
pizza that I've had,
I'm exclusively thin crust. I can accept pineapple on.
yeah, okay,
Mayo
so, G, I'm telling you, so I genuinely feel you on the thin crust. I feel like it does only make sense.
I like it on thin crust. I think
yes.
thin crust is acceptable. I can get down with that. Now,
G, but mayonnaise is trash. G,
crazy. On a chicken sandwich, mayonnaise belongs. Prove me wrong.
G.
Prove me
I'm
wrong.
not gonna lie. Unfortunately, we've gotten Burger King. I've been getting the chicken sandwich, and I've been dealing with the mayonnaise.
That's what I'm saying.
Am I a fan of it? No, hell,
But does it ruin the sandwich? No, it don't.
I can't. But see, I think
Now you
I
telling me
think-
the Lord made that chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A with me? You gonna?
Nah,
I'll
G,
wait.
no,
I'll wait.
G, look. I think for me, it's like how much mayonnaise is on there, because if I can strictly taste the mayonnaise, I'm not going to eat it.
Gee, I watched this video today. This man had a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Uh-huh.
He opened a brand new jar of mayonnaise, took
Uh-huh.
a spoon, globbed that hoe out, just took the spoon and rubbed it on the side of the sandwich and ate that. I like, this my king right here.
That's disgusting. Wait.
This my king right here.
Wait.
This man living like a king. He is living like a king.
Wait a minute, G.
Oh,
Hold
Brown,
on.
you got a whole jar of mayonnaise sandwich? I feel that.
No.
I'm in there.
Hold on, G. Let me just clarify this.
Okay. I'm waiting.
So the man, he didn't put it on.
No. G, if I could find that video right now, I will send it to you.
G, don't
You
send
will
it to
see
me.
what I'm
Put it in the Discord, G. Everybody else needs to see
Yeah.
that too.
I'm gonna find it then.
So you're telling me that this dude, he didn't put it on the sandwich. He put it
No.
on the side of the sandwich itself. He didn't put it. Gee, what is wrong? It's not a thing. I saw that. I saw that shit. It was disgusting. I said she's seen it. That's all. I just couldn't. I just don't. I think for me, it's a 9 times out of 10. If I know mayonnaise is on it, I'm gonna ask them to take it off. But if I've had it and it originally has mayonnaise on it, as long as I don't taste the mayonnaise, I'm cool. But mayonnaise itself is just trash. It's trash. So you're telling me that mayonnaise belongs on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Gee, if Bree can clarify it, it's women out there who eat peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches.
That is disgusting.
Now, are they pregnant some of the time? Sure. But do they be eating it? 100%.
Ew, dude. You know how just ew, man. That's just disgusting. Ew, like no, like said the mayo has no place in the world except making ranch.
Now, how you? Here we go. Did you eat eggs? You know what mayonnaise is? Olive oil and eggs, but whipped.
Yeah, but when it comes to
Yeah.
strictly eggs themselves, you don't have olive oil in the
Gee, I've
eggs.
seen you. Okay, but I've seen you eat a whole raw egg.
You have not seen me eat a whole raw egg because I can
Gee, I
only
have too.
count less than 5 on my fingers how many times I've did that.
Thank you.
And I
No,
don't
you
think
did. You
and
called
I
out,
don't
and
and I don't think I've
you
ever
proved.
did that around you.
Her stepdad was white. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, I'm telling you that video. You watch it.
There's
I'm telling you. That's that dude right there.
there's no way.
He mayonnaise with banana sandwiches. I told you, it's a thing. Like it is a thing.
He would eat
He,
mayo with canned peaches and pears.
my dog.
I just don't know. I just don't know about mayonnaise, man. I think for me, over the course of the years, like, hey, if I've had a sandwich and I didn't know it was on there,
Okay, but
that doesn't
okay,
change the taste for me. But when I taste, if I taste mayonnaise on something, I will not eat it.
okay, but would you? Okay, but you also don't mind. Man, you also don't mind eating like plain things.
Yeah, like
Like
I'm
sauce
a
isn't that important to you?
yeah. Now I am a big no.
Yeah.
I'm a big no condiments type of person. I will eat everything plain. All right, I'll be lurking unless I have a strong opinion, influence you in the kicking. Oh, Shy, I got you. Hope you feel better as well. Um, yeah. Can we listen to Chief Keef? No. Reason being is because this will be uploaded to the YouTube, and if I have any other music on it but copyright free music, then it will get copyright. So, unfortunately, for this stream, no. Name a song that could replace the national anthem, G.
100 shots, probably.
Um,
But in Dolph we trust, well, that's what they say.
I I don't think that. Whoa, hold on, brother. Hold on. There it is. Never mind. Devin, you done. I want to say this with all due respect. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. I'll just go ahead and keep it a buck with you, big dog. Uh, you you weren't trolling, but you were trolling the last time you were in here. And I know when people get banned, when you get banned, you just can't speak, but you can still watch the stream until you leave. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. I don't know what you thought this was, but this ain't that. You take that bullshit somewhere else. I am here to tell you the last time you got muted, just like Bree said, last time you got muted for that nonsense, this time your ass is gone. That like you this is not a place for that. I'll clown you, and for sure. Moving on, because he was being weird the last time too. He's being weird the last time and got muted, and then he dropped the follow, and then he was cool, but you done lost. Just make another account and just come on back in, and then you can get banned on that one too. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so sorry, G. Not peanut butter and jealous, G. As you notice, it's not peanut butter and mayo. May I have more? You know, that's crazy. But we are Gee, we're closing in on the 2 hour mark on the first podcast. Gee, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good about this one, G.
Gee. Now, does anybody have, before we go, weirdo behavior and I have time even though I'm sick? I feel that. Yeah. Something told me you were already gone, and I was like, nah, she probably still here. Is there an unhinged topic that you would like to discuss to close us out?
Unhinged topic?
Yeah,
Can
like
you might give me an example?
okay, for like when it comes to like any kind of tea, like people being negative, or I don't want to take it too far in one direction, but like I'm definitely willing to like have a good conversation on, you know, some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely good to close that out at the end here. Sure. That's what I'm saying. That's like, it just like you just don't really know where you want to direct it, you know? I'm sure people in chat might have a, you know, might have something, you know, for people that know anything about me, you know, or anything of, you know, the sort.
What have y'all come across previously?
What do you mean?
Like as far as these topics, the unhinged stuff.
So I think it's more so when it comes to unhinged topics, people are just wanting me to be messy. I think that's a big thing. And you know me,
I don't think people should be shamed for eating.
Wait, you don't think people should be shamed for what?
Eating ass. And you do that a lot.
Shame you for eating ass, G?
Yeah, you have.
It's G.
What?
That's not okay. Okay.
I just want to bring it up, G.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
tired.
Okay. G. Okay. Not over here. He don't. No, not with period. Let me go ahead and clarify that right now. All right. G. I just don't understand that. Like, what is there to enjoy about eating a place where doo-doo comes out of? It's just not a thing. It's just not a thing.
Get it done to you.
No,
Put that on your little to-do list.
No, it's not.
And
it's
then
no.
You report back with the findings.
No, Gee, I'd rather be lost. I'd rather be lost.
To-do list for Christmas. Put it under the mistletoe and let it fly. You feel me? Okay, Bree, write this down. And then just report back. You feel me? I think that's fair.
There's no way in the rest of my existence.
Gee, you put your ass up on the mistletoe. You'll do it.
Gee. There is not a chance in the rest of my existence where I would let anybody even try to do that or me do that. It's not happening. It's not happening. You go breathe. I'd rather stick my tongue in a bed of fire ants. No, I'm good on that, G. That's
But okay, so just because it maybe not your cup of tea, the shame that I get, the shame you give, G, it's just unacceptable.
No, I just don't think it would be anything. Hey, now, truly, hey, people.
I think everybody got their own cup of tea, but shaming somebody for something.
I don't shame you. I don't shame anybody that doesn't. It's just something.
Share the same liquor cup, but you like that's your cup.
But yeah, but you got me messed up, booty breath. I don't have to do that, man. No. Yeah. So you're asking, what's wrong with these people? Hey, you know, when you're having when it's different topic and stuff, people come in. You know, a lot of people go into just chatting streams and they just listen to what people say. That man Jacob are probably the same dude that wipe his ass with toilet paper and then blow his nose with it. He's probably the same person that would do something like that. So it is what it is. But yeah, like I don't shame anybody for anything that they do. I think for me, it's just something that I would never do. And I just don't understand it. And I don't want to understand it. But hey, if it's your cup of tea or your cup of booty, whatever one you want it to be, that's, hey, big dog, G, go be great. Go be great.
For sure.
So, yeah, but I've never shamed you, man. What do you?
But G, there's been a lot of shame. I done seen the looks.
G, I don't shame you, G.
Yeah, crazy.
I just have questions.
G tried to get me wear a mask and 6 feet still, bro. That's crazy.
No, like me shaming you would be like me, like I can't be your friend because that's what you do.
Somebody, it's not all that.
No, I haven't. That's never been a thing. I was like, gee, that's borderline. Like, nah, man, we can't even be friends no more. That's crazy. Hey, could be the reason why your tongue got a 6-pack and mine don't.
Yeah. Don't never get sick, boy.
I
System
don't.
on 1,000, boy.
Yeah, I don't get sick. Go basic. Go basic. I ain't an ass and I ain't ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed about. It's just
That's what I'm saying.
there's nothing to be ashamed about. I don't have any issue, nor will I shame you for doing it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't shame you for doing that. I'd be like, why? That being Basic's first comment is crazy work. You said I like that. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. Yeah, that's look. Genuinely, whatever people do is whatever people do. It's just not something that I would do or have done. It's just not my thing. No. Yeah, it's just I'm good on that. It's hey, my best friend be great. Go do your thing, but dog. I'm never gonna stop you from being great. It's just not my cup of tea, man. It's just not my cup of tea, G. Uh, but hey, G, realistically, chat.
Mhm. He like it.
That's crazy. Okay. I don't even know what to say. Like, okay, so if it makes you happy, by all means, if it makes you happy, do what makes you happy, or your significant other, do what makes them happy. I just, for myself and for my relationship and my marriage, it's just not something that we would ever partake in. It's just not a thing. Something that we would not partake in. I think I'm good. You do it again, basically, be free. Be free, sis. Don't let the world tell you that you can't do something. I just for Bree and myself, it'll just never be a thing. I don't listen anyway. Yeah, I just, I don't know, but hey, genuinely, hey, if if a person and their significant other enjoys it, hey, go be free. I think for me, G, I think it's the it used to never be like a conversation because G, if you remember when we was in school, people make fun of you because you was an African booty scratcher. You know what I'm saying? And now we just out here eating butt like it's cool, or like it wasn't like a problem years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of where I get a little confused on it. I'm just like, wait a minute, hold on. Like y'all were just making up this rhyme with
Hey, but
us.
like you said, expectations change in relationships.
They 100% do, but they won't change in mine. But
They just haven't yet.
they just will never. If that is a
They might.
G, listen here, listen. If Bree has to eat my ass for me to live, G, I'm dead, and I'm okay with that. I can see the light, and vice versa, G. And there is not a no way. There's not a no way. Like if it's like, hey man, listen, Jonathan. If Bree's like, look, the doctor said that the only way I can save your life is by doing this. G, I'm cooked. G, I want to be cooked. I don't want that. You mean to tell me the only way is no. Tinkle Star is crazy.
But they
And
trying to be strong.
I know that is true, right? I know that that's true, but I'm good on it. You know, I'm more than great. Like, hey, I love all y'all to death, though. I do, genuinely. Hey, we'll do whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself or your significant other happy. I just know that in the legend household, though we will not partake in those things ever. So, you know, it's like
Crazy work.
it's no different than like feet. G, it's no different than feet. It's no different than a feet thing. I'm not.
That's a wild. This is wild to me.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. What's wild? Like the like a feet thing, or
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand that.
like a basically like a foot fetish, right?
Yeah.
Or like licking feet.
Not that it like it's just odd to me. I'm not ashamed of nobody for it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's just odd to me. But
Mhm.
people do that. People way into that. And rightfully so. I think it's funny. Like the way these dudes talk about it and stuff. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Mhm.
I ain't shaming nobody at all.
Awesome.
No, do each their own. You interested, do your thing.
What's your nose, but they may want to do things. Yeah. No. So, like feet, right? Feet's not a thing for me either. Nor do I want my feet in somebody's mouth. That's disgusting. I have slave feet, so that's not a thing. So, yeah, it's just no. Like, yeah, we seen them. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't help that, you know. No, I have the feet of a hard worker, you know. I can't help that. See anybody else before we close out? Does anybody else have any serious questions or anything? Lotion takes a couple seconds. Hey, you know, maybe I also just have we can't end on that topic. That's true. That's true. That is true. Stop the cap. Maybe I'll just have naturally dry skin. Like, hold on, look at my elbow. It seems a little dry right there. I put lotion on before I start shrinking. I can't help that, you know. Look, I'm gonna say this, G, and I'm sure you're listening too. Me having naturally dry skin ain't gonna keep Bree from getting her cheese clap. It's just not gonna happen. It's not like she's like, oh my God, your feet are dry, your skin is dry, you know. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best thing for me is I don't have to impress anybody. It's just Bree, you know. It's just my wife, you know. Bree getting clapped by a shedding lizard is crazy work. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, no, G. I don't think booty flex is crazy. I don't think that we are gonna be able to end on that. I don't think we're gonna be able to end on that topic.
Oh no, not G.
Um, Bree, Shy Basic, y'all got a genuine topic to close us out that we can talk about before we get up out of here. It's just Bree. Count your blessings, brother. I just woke up, jumped on eyes eating. Sorry, I heard that too. I was trying. Wait, no, I didn't mean it like that. No, no, that's not how I meant it. I meant it as in, hey, you know, y'all aren't about to get me caught up. That's what I do know. That is what I do know. I shall not and will not be caught up. You know what I'm saying? You meant, you know, I'm gonna love you. Dry facts. Thank you, Bree. You meant it in the fact that you know I'm gonna love you, dry skin or not. Thank you. Just like I've told you, I'm gonna love you if you got hair or if you bald headed. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs need love too.
Okay.
Thumbs need love too. Okay, bro. I'm just kidding, Bree. Remind me of the old lady on SpongeBob. Chocolate. That's crazy. I'm trying to think, G. I ain't gonna lie, we might have to end on that topic, G. A solid 2 hours though. First podcast. Oh, hold on. If you could eat one meal the rest of your life, what would it be? G, if you could have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Basic, no, we don't want to know. Absolutely not. No. Hey man, G gonna
What's
say,
yours, G?
one meal for the rest of my life, it would probably be hibachi. Unless we're talking about something homemade, like at home, then you know, I would egg roll in a bowl. Egg roll in a bowl. I don't think I've ever heard of it. Is it like an egg roll with like rice and stuff? I'm sorry. The way I said that at first made that sound like I thought that was disgusting, but I don't think I've ever seen or heard that. So G, if we're talking about like a meal from a restaurant or something, probably hibachi food.
Get that.
If we're talking about
Get
like
that.
home cooked, yeah, it would have to be something different.
Yeah. And I could. I don't know, something basic. I could eat like. I think I could eat probably pizza every day.
There's no
Not really
way.
get much tired of it. But other than that, like just straight steak. I could eat steak.
Okay.
There's different cuts and different things like that, seasoned in different ways or whatever. But just steak, I can do steak every day for sure. Easy, Easy
Oh,
do steak
okay.
every day.
I think for me, something every day it probably have to be like chicken. I could do I could do chicken. Some it's like kind of like you said about the steak. Like you could do it different ways or whatever. Um, I would have to go homemade food, mashed potatoes, poppy seed chicken casserole. Brie, now that is a fact. Green beans and peas, macaroni, and you could definitely eat steak too. Um, yeah, I would probably have to say chicken, honestly. Something with chicken, because like you said, you can do multiple different things with steak. I feel like with chicken, it's definitely got to be the same type of thing. Um, what's one food you don't like, or one food that you could not eat?
Oh, what I don't like? Oh
Mhm.
man, it wouldn't be necessarily like anything tofu, anything can't do it. Um,
What is tofu? No, no, no. So like I've heard of it, I just don't know what it is. Like, you,
Tofu is like uh, it's made from coagulated soy milk pressed into like solid white blocks.
mm, you love tofu tacos.
Hmm.
It's
I just
soybean
can't get down.
curd. If you season
Hmm.
it properly, is good. Mm.
That um, yeah, it's a no go for your boy on that one. Can't do it.
Mm.
And I think avocados are gross. Side note.
So you think avocados are gross, but you like
That's just me.
guacamole, don't you? No.
No, I don't eat
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
guacamole.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mm.
That's right. That's right. They go basic. You'll eat ass, but not tofu. G.
Damn, I'm on trial. Go back to bed. You heard ass eating and woke up. I wouldn't be making too many slick comments.
Oh my gosh. Love it here. That's crazy. For myself, uh, uh, for myself, I think I can't eat will probably be sauerkraut. Um, Not a fan of that. Not a fan of uh, sardines. Anybody who eats just sardines is just insane.
You say that, but then I watched you eat like 17 snails one night.
Cooked snail, cooked snail. You can't cook
You was throwing them
sardines.
hoes back.
Is
You was
it?
throwing
Well,
them
now,
hoes
now,
back.
now, again, though, let's make it very clear
People get
that I'm
sardines on pizza now.
now,
People
now,
eat sardines on pizza.
let me say this. I
They were the
am
Ninja Turtles, but still.
make this very clear, and I'm gonna put a side note on this too, because I know what's gonna come next after I say this. I'm
Mm.
willing to try everything once except eating ass. Let me go ahead and clarify that right now. I'm willing to try everything and Lil Wayne. That's not my thing. Hey, if it's your thing,
I
perfectly
think that
cool.
was kind of understood.
Yeah, you know what
You
I'm
had to throw
saying.
that.
Hey, I
Oh,
just
you had to
gotta.
throw that in there.
Hey,
G.
G, I had to make it very clear. So even if I was offered $1 million, absolutely. You can ask Turtle. That has always been something I've said. It don't matter how much money you offer me, but I'll never, not,
Just
not now. But, but no, nope. Mm-mm. I'd rather be broke. I do it for free. It's crazy. But hey, that's your thing. I no for myself, absolutely not. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah. Um, I will try everything once when it comes to food related things. I will definitely try everything once. Um, but that is it for myself. Uh, yeah. But try tofu, no. Um, mm-mm. It don't even look appealing. But Yeah, chat. Then you lied. I feel like I may have had it though. Maybe I might have to get Bree to get me some tofu to try. We'll have to do that on stream. We'll have to potentially try that on stream for sure. But it'll have to be cooked and stuff properly. Yeah. I'm always open and willing to try food things once. Like with me with sushi. I didn't like sushi when I've had it the first time, and I've had it since, and it's not too bad now. Chat, I greatly appreciate you guys for, our first podcast stream officially, episode 1. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. The plan is for now, unless I talk to Turtle and mods, we'll see how we kind of want to structure this going forward. But yeah, I will say that this was definitely a W. Definitely enjoyed it. We even had some haters come through. Hey, y'all just helping out the metrics. We appreciate y'all. But as we continue on, we will keep these things going. And we'll make them, even better. There's a solid chance that I may end up going back live tonight with a scary game. So, yeah. We'll see. I just want this stream to be something that we got used to doing. It'll, at least for now, it'll be every Sunday, 6 p.m. So if you guys got any questions or anything like topics you want us to discuss next Sunday, please put them in the Google form. The link is in the Discord and it is pinned to the top. I will keep it there. Forums. Yeah. So I do greatly appreciate you guys, man. G, it was great, G. It was fun, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a ball, man.
The chat.
I think well worth it.
Oh yeah, it was definitely good. Hold on. I gotta put a banger on in the exit, G. You know what I'm saying? All right, G. W Turtle Legend. Hey. All right, chat. Greatly appreciate you guys, man. G, I'm gonna end, but I'm gonna host somebody out real quick. I'm gonna host out Viv. I'll shoot you a text though, G. I got you.
That'll work.
All right, G.
All right, G.
All right, chat. W stream, W first podcast, man. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. We're definitely not playing Chief Keef. That dude is a clown. Which is love Sosa is crazy. All right, so we're actually gonna raid. Is it Seraphim's basic Shy? Correct? Yes. All right, we're gonna rate them. Yes, Shy. Yeah. All right. If I go back live again, I'll just go live. I won't even let you guys know, basically, until after I'm live. I don't know for sure, but I do appreciate you guys, man. Please show Seraphim some love, man. And I will see you guys on the next stream, man. I love you guys, and we're out of here, man. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.